Yes, this upcoming documentary from the Diocese of Charlotte regarding the suppressing of the Latin Mass. I mean, set the stage. What happened when the new bishop came? Because it was like almost like night and day. They were having all these masses for the Trinity Mass for like 15, 17 years, and the new bishop comes in, and everything changes.
And there's been a movie that's laid this out with the testimony. A lot of couples that have been affected, families.
Yeah.
It's called Bread, Not Stones.
Right.
Good movie. It's a new documentary. It's on the internet. Bread, Not Stones. It talks about all these thriving communities of faithful Catholics they'd be a blessing to any diocese,
of course,
especially in times of lukewarmness and apostasy.
Right.
And in Charlotte, North Carolina, Bishop Michael Martin is applying the motu proprio of Pope Francis, Traditionis Custodes, and closing down Latin masses in 4 parishes. And the faithful are now being instructed to move to a remote chapel in Mooresville, North Carolina. So
it's a Protestant chapel, I might add, also.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. Jesse, I hate to be so... I'm just like, are you serious? Why are you stopping the people from receiving a reverent mass? I mean, this is the bishop's job, is to have us have an encounter with Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
To give us the sacraments,
yes.
Teach, govern, and sanctify.
Right. That's part.
And it's so an internal memo from the Diocese of Charlotte in North Carolina revealed a calculated strategy to silence Catholics who raise concerns over the suppression of the traditional Latin Mass. The disturbing document, titled Traditionis Custodes, Implementation in the Diocese of Charlotte in 2025, responses to concerns, was shared on X by Catholic scholar Dr. Peter Kwasniewski.
Mm-hmm.
In a move straight out of a globalist playbook, Bishop Michael T. Martin announced on May 23, 2025, that all 4 parish TLMs of the diocese will be shut down and consolidated into a single former Protestant church in Mooresville, North Carolina, effective July 8th.
Crazy.
Citing Pope Francis 2021 Traditionis Custodes, which means custodian of tradition. What an oxymoron.
It is. But
the document should be called destroyer of tradition, not custodian of tradition. We should change the Pope Francis's document to destroyer of tradition. So, citing Pope Francis Traditionis Custodes 2021, the bishop is cracking down, claiming the move is about church unity. But the 2,000-word memo tells a different story, a cynical script for priests to gaslight parishioners and squash dissent.
Yep.
The memo admits the suppression will be painful on our faithful, but doubles down, saying Pope Francis knew the pain it would cause and still pushed forward with his restrictive norms. It arrogantly dismisses calls for compromise, stating listening and agreeing aren't the same thing. And it says Bishop Martin cares deeply for Western North Carolina Catholics while offering no justification for obliterating their cherished liturgies. Asking for extensions when none are warranted only prolongs the pain and uncertainty, the memo sneers, as if the faithful's devotion to the TLM is a problem to be eradicated. The memo admits the suppression will be painful for our faithful, but doubles down, saying Pope Francis knew the pain it would cause and still pushed forward with his restrictive norms. After widespread media coverage by TGP and others, and outrage from parishioners and Catholics worldwide, Bishop Martin announced a decision to pause his efforts to suppress the TLM until the Vatican's October deadline, instead of the July 8th deadline he proposed. Bishop Martin accepted a request from 4 parish priests who sent a letter expressing concerns over the changes to wait until the Vatican's October 2nd to implement any changes. Now, Regina Magazine has released a trailer for its upcoming documentary film about the TLM crackdown in Charlotte, North Carolina. The movie's called Bread, Not Stones. It shares the stories and lives of Catholics who deeply cherish the TLM and will suffer if a ban is permitted. Regina magazine recounts what has happened in the Diocese of Charlotte, North Carolina. This film, soon to be released, is dedicated to all parishes throughout the world who have had their beloved communities shattered by the implementation of church policy, which has either misunderstood or misrepresented the true nature of the faithful's love of the traditional Latin Mass, also called the Vitus Ordo.
And Jesse, I would add, you can go to YouTube and just type in bread or stones and you can watch the trailer. But this is an area for the last 30 years, the South has been growing. They're building Catholic churches like crazy out there. There's a growth that is phenomenal where your church, well, in other areas like the East Coast, they're closing churches. They're opening them up there. And this is just going to stop that kind of growth when you undermine the deposit of faith. And what I mean, that's a strong statement. Yes, a deposit of faith. What the earlier saints have gone to for the Mass is what Benedict XVI said. It can't be unholy if it was holy for them. And so I would really plead. I don't go to the Tridentine Mass on Sundays, okay? But I love the Mass so much that I go, I love a reverent Mass, and I know you do too, our listeners.
Yep.
And so what is, I don't want to judge the bishop, but I would say, your holiness, or your excellency, I should say, what you're doing is undermining the faith. Can you see what's going on? The churches, we're losing souls because leadership doesn't feed us the faith. We talk about global warming or let's recycle these plastic bottles, but we don't talk about the faith. The same individual bishops who are attacking the Tridentine Mass are the same guys that don't teach the faith, but they try to reach out to all the marginalized people other than the Latin Mass people and say, oh yeah, come on in. You don't have to change. Just, we like you the way you are. Oh, you're a fornicator. Oh, you're homosexual, active homosexual. It's okay. These are the same guys. And so I'm just a layman. I'm not in management, Jesse. I'm in sales. But what I would say is, let's pray that Pope Leo the 14th, will come out soon with a document that says, hey guys, there's so much, problems going on with, what happened in the last 4 years regarding the Tridentine Mass. I'm going to go back to my predecessor, Pope Benedict XVI, and say, look, you guys want to have a Tridentine Mass? Knock your socks off. If it's having your encounter with Jesus Christ, that's what I do. He even said that at the beginning of his pontificate. We need to encourage people to have that relationship. So that's my prayer. If you like the message of Virgin Most Powerful Radio, type in under comments, Jesus is King.